come into a comfortable seat. Could be cross-legged, could be a seat position like called Virasana or Hero's Pose. And close the eyes. And take a moment and lengthen. And draw the shoulder blade back and down. Notice if you kind of have fancy energy. Maybe you need to keep the eyes open. Maybe you need to stand up while you're setting this practice. Totally cool as well. And start to connect to deep Ujjayi breath. Inhale through the nose, big full breath. And exhale through the nose. And slide the hands on the belly. Start to take some feeling breaths into the belly here. Really big breath. And then move the hands up to your rib cage. And breathe into the rib cage there. Noticing how the ribs feel. And slide the hands up to the heart. Take a couple of feeling breaths here up to the heart. How's the heart feel? Really savor the breath. All right, as you're breathing up to the heart, let's set our intention for our practice today. Today, my calendar sent me a notification that I would be in Joshua Tree right now. A lot of you have come to Joshua Tree with me over the years, and it's sort of been my 12th year going, taking a crew of you to Joshua Tree. And it become sort of like almost like a sacred journey for me to spend time in the desert with myself for the first couple of days before anybody came, and greeting you on Wednesday morning or Wednesday afternoon and celebrating the beauty of the desert with you through yoga, through community, through the non-talent show, I called it. And I started thinking, it kind of hit me hard a little bit today. I was like, wow, God, this is so wild not to be in this place. And I started thinking to myself, if I never get a chance to go back to Joshua Tree or some of the other places I love, like Boston or Peru, and I was thinking, God, have I really taken that in? Have I really enjoyed myself in those places that I've traveled to? And also, I would suggest this kind of goes a little bit deeper than that, in the relationships that I've cultivated over the years. If I never got a chance to say goodbye, and I posted this quote from The Life of Pi, the shared screen that when you logged in, you might have seen it, and I'll read it to you right now. I suppose in the end, the whole of life becomes an act of letting go. But what always hurts the most is not taking a moment to say goodbye. Just a deep breath up for that. Feel that to your heart. And so I really feel like an act or taking a moment to say goodbye is really honoring the moments that we have in beautiful places and relationships we have. Like, for example, every time Quinn gives me a hug, I just breathe it in and take it in. And I think about that with my wife too. It's like, this could be the last hug I have with her. Who knows, right? And so how do we shift our awareness and use these possibilities of death or never getting a chance to travel to some place again as moments to really soak in the sweetness and juiciness of the moment? It's a lot for the practice today, right? How we're being in any moment can be tracked in our practice, right? And choosing to wake up or choosing to live the life more fully and lively, be more alive. All right. Live one Om. Exhale all the breath out. Inhaling. Oh, bring the legs out in front of you and shake them out. Good. And then bring the feet back into Paschimottanasana, soles of the feet touching. Good, and just gently grab onto the feet and inhale, lifting up. Exhale, coming forward into a forward fold. And so you're gently pulling on the feet to pull yourself into the forward fold. That's easy. You can always walk your hands farther forward. There's a guy named Levine who's pretty prolific in his writings, and he wrote a whole book. I think it was called A Year Left to Live. Some of you have probably read it or heard me talk about it before. But the whole basis was to live his life like it was his last year to live and see if it shifted his way of being. And so maybe through this practice, we can maybe make up a story that this might be the last practice we ever have. And how would you practice differently? No, you can't even go grab a drink. You're staying here for the next hour. Right. Inhale, come on back up. Good. And then come on to your knees for gate opener, goalkeeper here. Good. Reach your left foot away from you. Bring your left foot on the ground. I'm putting the computer down on the ground here. Bring the right hand onto the ground. Reach your left hand up. Inhale. Exhale, coming into a side body stretch. Reach your left hand up and over. So your right hand could be on a block here. Or it could be on the floor. Wash the breath through the left side body. All right, inhale. On back up to neutral and bring their left hand onto your you're letting your neck relax. Just so you know, it says my internet connection is unstable, but again, hopefully that the dial-up headphones should keep us supported with my voice. Inhale, come on back up to neutral. Bring the left knee down. Reach the right foot away from you. The left hand comes on the floor or on a block, reaching the right hand up and over. And inhale, come on back up. Right hand on right thigh. Reach left hand up and over. Right hand can be on calf as well if you're feeling pretty open. Just refrain from pressing into the right knee. Inhale, come on back up to neutral. And the right knee down. Good. And find your way all the way onto your back for abdominals. Today we're doing leg lowering lifting. I'll give you some optional stuff to do if it's too much for you today. We begin by coming all the way onto your back. Good. Bring the hands behind the back of the head and release the fingers. Reach the feet up toward the sky. Reach out to the balls of the feet. Spread the toes. Good. Inhale, lifting shoulder blades off the mat. Elbows reach up toward the sky. Hold the breath. Press lower back in the ground. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows toward the left thigh. Lower the right foot down slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If at any time this hurts your lower back, lift your right foot a little bit higher. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath. Press lower back in the ground. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows toward the right thigh. Lower left foot down slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, pause here. If there's too much, you can bend the right knee. The top leg can bend to support the core work and your lower back. Inhale, come back up to center. Adding on more intensity. Hold the breath. Press lower back in the ground. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows toward the left thigh. Lower the right foot down slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just pause here. Reach out to the balls of the feet. Lift your left shoulder blade off the mat a little bit more. Space between chin and chest. Feel your core engage. Inhale, back up to the center. Hold the breath. Press lower back in the ground. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows toward the right thigh. Lower left foot down slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lifting the right shoulder blade off the mat. Turn on your legs by reaching out to the balls of the feet. Good. Inhale, back to center. Good. 2 more rounds. Hold the breath. Press lower back in the ground. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows toward the left thigh. Lower the right foot down slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now pause here. Pulsing left shoulder blade off the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back up to center. Hold the breath. Press lower back of the ground. Curl tailbone up. So feel the core engage a little bit. Exhale, elbows toward the right thigh. Lower left foot down slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulsing right shoulder blade off the mat. 5, a little bit higher. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back up. 1 more round. Hold the breath. Press lower back in the ground. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows toward the left thigh. Lower the right foot down slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now reach the right hand on the outside of your left thigh. Back of the hand barely touching the thigh. You're not grabbing onto it. Pulsing left shoulder blade off the mat for 5. A little bit higher. 4, 3, 10. Oh yeah. 9, 8, 7, 6. Good. 2, 1. Inhale, back up. Hands come behind the back of the head. Hold the breath. Press lower back in the ground. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows toward the right thigh. Lower left foot down slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach your left hand up to the sky. Left hand on the outside of the right thigh. Now pulsing right shoulder blade off the mat for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, a little bit higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back up to center, and then bring the feet down. Nice work. Just pause here for a moment. Breathe big here. All right, come into a deep stretch. Reach the hands above the head. Reach your legs all the way out. Inhaling. Good. Exhaling. Oh. Now reach out through the right hand and right foot, stretching through the right side body. Big breath here. Good. Exhaling. Oh. Left hand, left foot, stretching through the left side body. Inhale. Good. Exhaling. Oh. And bring the knees and the chest. Roll over onto the right side. I'll give you about 10 breaths to come into downward dog. And take your time to come into downward dog. Those of you that are newer to the practice, I just want to show you something. You can always have an option of coming to extended child's pose. So big toes touching, knees a little wider and hip width apart, walking the hands forward. Good option if you need to take a moment to catch your breath or you're feeling overwhelmed. You have permission. This goes for everybody, right? You're not obligated or required to do everything that I teach. You can always modify. You can always shift it around. You can always ask for help, even though it's challenging through virtually, but I will do my best to help you as well, okay? All right, about 5 more breaths. Good, 1 more breath. All right, here we are, downward facing dog. Hands are about shoulder width apart, fingers are spread wide. Good. Finger about hip width apart, reaching out to the heels. And bend the elbows about an inch or 2 toward the ground and squeeze the elbows in. I call this wrapping the shoulders. Another way to think about it is you broaden the upper back by squeezing the inner elbows toward each other. Feel the muscles turning on in the upper pecs. There's a muscle through the armpit called the serratus muscle that turns on here. There's the latissimus dorsi that travels down the side of the body just underneath the armpit. Good. And then walk your feet to the front of the mat, coming into ragdoll pose. Reach over and grab onto opposite elbows, flip back and forth here for a moment. All right, releasing the hands down. Bend the knees. Count of 5, slowly roll yourself up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, walk your feet to the front of the mat. Bring the hands in prayer. Now, I am just reconnecting to our theme. I guess the theme today, if we kind of wanted to whittle it down, is like, how are we embracing each moment? As we move in our spiritual practice, we begin to notice and know and understand in a deep way that there are no throwaway moments. Like this life we have, these moments that we have are gifts. And if we're always thinking about being somewhere else, we're missing this gift of this moment. And so we have this practice that helps us come back to the present moment. Here we are, and now is the perfect time to be. All right, here we go. A series. Inhale, reaching the hands up. Good. Exhale, forward fold. A series is modified to build more heat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, jump or step back into plank pose. Good. Now pausing here in plank. Lift up the right foot about hip height. Good. If that's too much, bring your left knee down. Good. If your wrist hurt, you can always have your forearms on the ground. Amp up your breath. Tuck your tailbone. Feel the core engage. Good. And then right foot comes down. Inhale, lifting up the left foot. Again, if it's too much, right knee comes down, forearms can come down as well. All right, left foot comes down, knees come down, chest comes down, coming into Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Good. Palms facing down, tuck the tailbone, pull the chest forward to lengthen out the lower back. One more breath here. Good. Exhale, lowering. Find your way back into downward dog. Reaching out to the heels. And then bend the knees, jump or step forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the hands up to the sky. Good. Exhale, bring the hands in prayer and follow the heart. Okay, let's build off of that A series. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, jump or step back. Plank pose again. Making it a little bit more intense. Shift the weight over to the right foot. Lift your left foot up. Shift your weight over to the left hand. Reach the right hand forward. And if it's too much, you can always bring the right knee down. All right, right foot down, left foot down. Second side, lift up the right foot. Reach your left hand forward. Amp up your breath. Can always modify as needed. All right, left hand comes down, foot comes down. Knees come down, chest comes down. Low cobra or sphinx. Walk your hands forward about 8 to 10 inches. Lift the chest up, elbows are off the ground. Pull the chest forward. Inhale. Good. Exhale, lowering. Find your way back into downward dog. Bend the knees, look between the hands. Deep inhale. Exhale, jump or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the hands up. Exhale, bring the hands in prayer and follow the heart. Again, inhale, reaching. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, jump or step back, plank pose. Another plank variation. Walk the feet to touching. Left hand walks into midline of the mat. Roll over onto the outside of your left foot. Reach the right hand up for side plank. If there's too much, left knee come down to the ground. If you want more, lift up the right foot. Bottom hip is lifting the top hip here. All right, right hand comes down, second side. We're over onto the outside of the right foot. Right hand walks in a couple inches, left hand reaches up. How's your breath? All right, hand comes down. Good. Knees come down, chest comes down. Sphinx, low cobra or regular cobra. And that's moving from simple to more complex. So doing what feels right for the body. If there's too much in regular cobra, come back to Sphinx or low cobra. Exhale, lowering. Come on back into downward dog. Bend the knees, take a deep inhale. Exhale, jump or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the hands up. Exhale, bring the hands in prayer and follow the heart. All right, inhale, reaching. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, jump or step back. Pause here in plank. It's easy to see where we go from here. On the inhale, lift up your hands and feet and float around your room. Your choice of vinyasa here. Exhale, lowering. It's an oldie but a goodie joke, huh? Inhaling, upward dog or cobra. I'm sure you're all laughing. I just can't hear it, right? Good. Downward dog. Bend the knees. Look between the hands. Deep inhale. Exhale, jump or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the hands up. Exhale, bring the hands in prayer. Okay, just one more of A series. Let's flow this time. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, jump or step, float back. Your vinyasa, upward dog or cobra variations. Good. Exhale, downward dog. Bend the knees. Look between the hands. Deep inhale. Exhale, jump, step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the hands up. Good. Exhale, bring the hands in prayer and find the heart. Okay, moving into our B series sun salutation. Inhale, bend the knees, come in the chair, sink a little bit deeper. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, jump or step back. Vinyasa. Good. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, stepping the left foot forward, right heel down. Warrior one, come on up. One big breath all the way up. Good. Exhale, hands come down. Stepping left foot back. Vinyasa. Big breath. Good. Downward dog. Inhale, stepping the right foot forward. Left heel down. Warrior one. Reach up. Good. Exhale, hands come down. Stepping the right foot back. Vinyasa. Good. Downward dog. Bend the knees. Look between the hands. Deep inhale. Exhale, jump, step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Good. Straighten the legs. Come all the way up. Good. Exhale, bring the hands in prayer. Okay. Let's do one more B series. Okay. Here we go. Inhale, bend the knees, chair pose. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, jump or step back. Vinyasa. Good. Exhale, downward dog. This time, inhale, step the right foot forward, left heel down. So just shifting up the sides we step forward with. Warrior one, feet about hip width apart. Sink in. Good. Exhale, hands come down. Stepping the right foot back. Vinyasa. Good. Downward dog. Inhale, stepping the left foot forward, right heel down. Warrior one, come on up. Good. Exhale, hands come down. Stepping left foot back. Vinyasa. Good. Downward dog. Bend the knees, look between the hands. Step, jump forward on the exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Good. And straighten the legs, come all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands in prayer. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Feel the feet on the ground with your toes up. Really working this practice to get more and more present, and therefore more and more living a life, right? Not just kind of drifting by, not just numbed out. Here we are. Inhale, bend the knees, chair pose. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, jump or step back. Vinyasa. Good, downward dog. Inhale, reaching left foot up. And then bend the knee and open up the hip. Inhale, reaching left foot up. Exhale, knee to nose, shifting the weight forward, engage the core. And inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to nose, placing left foot through, come up to high lunge. Just for a moment, feet hip width apart. Walk the right foot back. Inhale, reaching right hand up. Exhale, right elbow, left thigh, twisting high lunge. Then bottom hand as a fist, top hand clasp over it. If it's too much, you can have the right hand down, left hand reaches up. You know, if you're in struggle mode, you're kind of like just holding on for dear life, choose something different. There's a lot around that can be seen in our life as well, right? Ask for help. Move a different way. Breathe big here. Smooth the breath down. Breath is a really key aspect. It's for me. Like when I mentioned Quinn hugs me, I take a deep breath in. Just savor that moment. It's such a sweet moment. For those of you who don't know, I'm a year and a half old. It was just the sweetest girl ever. All right, coming into pyramid pose. Shifting the weight forward. Good. Walk the right foot forward so that your forward fold over your left leg. You can use blocks here if you need to. Good. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, forward fold. So right now we can embrace this moment and embrace your left hamstring by taking a really deep breath, big enough so that you actually feel your left hamstring respond. And with the exhale, maybe move a little deeper into the forward fold. Just get curious. Shift your hip, left hip back, right hip forward. Quinn the other day, just to kind of share way too much TMI, but Quinn the other day came up behind me. She put her head on my back and squeezed my arms with her little hand and said, "Papa, Papa." I pretty much, I think I almost started bawling. The sweetest thing ever. All right, moving into the sweetest pose ever. I'm going to put that in quotation marks. Warrior 3. Yay. Now I'm not buying that one. All right, bend the left knee. Shift the weight forward. Embrace your Warrior 3 in the best way you can. Hands on the floor on blocks, reaching the right foot up. About hip height. Good, hands alongside the hips. Maybe bringing the hands into prayer. You can come out of the pose for a moment and readjust. Or maybe reaching the hands forward. Some of you might need it, like right now the desk is in front of me. I'm placing my hands on my desk for support. Maybe that's you today. Strong leg. Big breath. All right, hands come down. Stepping both feet back to the back of the mat. Your vinyasa. Good. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, reaching right foot up. Bend the knee and open up the hip here. Right foot releasing toward the left buttock. Inhale, reaching right foot up. Exhale, knee to nose, shifting the weight forward. And inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to nose, placing right foot through. High lunge. Come on up. Sink the right knee over the right heel. Reach out through left foot. Reach hands up. Deep inhale. With the exhale, move into the twist. Left elbow, right thigh. Twisting high lunge. Bottom hand to fist, top hand clasp over it. Really big breath. There's no other place to be right now than right on your mat here, breathing, noticing, savoring this moment, these sacred moments that we have together. And hands come down. Come into pyramid pose. Square off the hips. Walk your left foot forward about a foot forward. Another great kind of support cue is you're stepping the left foot far enough forward to get the left heel on the ground. So if it's too far back and the heel's off the ground, step it forward. Pull the right hip back slightly, square off the hips, left hip rotates forward, deep inhale. And exhale, coming forward into forward fold. Amen. Blocks needed, please use them. How's your neck from here? All right, bend the right knee. Shift the weight into the right leg. Lift the left foot up, shifting the weight forward. Warrior three. Again, hands alongside the hips. Or maybe hands can be on the floor if you need support, or hands in prayer. And eventually, if you're feeling all right, reach the hands forward. If that's too much, too intense, you can always bring your hands back into prayer. How's your breath here? Curiosity is a key component to savoring, to being a part of this moment. If you're distracted, curiosity is one of the ways you can come back. One more breath. And then hands come down on the exhale, stepping the both feet back. Vinyasa. Downward dog. Inhale, reaching left foot up toward the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Pause here for a moment. Foot toward buttock, knee to nose. And inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Placing left foot through, right heel down. Warrior two. Okay, so foot placement, left heel, right instep intersects. So there's a plane that travels through the right instep from the left heel. Hands reach up. Good, and then reaching forward, come on back into reverse warrior. All right, inhale back up to warrior two. Straighten left leg. Reaching the hand forward and down for triangle pose. Right hand reaches up. Right hand can reach slightly back to open up the chest and the heart a little bit here. Torso is lined up over your left thigh. Dana, can you reach your right hand to the sky? Dana, and then back toward the computer or whatever you're using. Yeah, that's better. Toward my voice. All right, right hand on right hip. Half moon pose. So lots of balancing poses today. Shift the weight forward. Coming into your half moon. Reach the right hand up to the sky. Maybe even floating here. Left hand comes off the floor by reaching out even more through the right hand. Use a block and use the left hand if you need it. Strong right leg, strong right hand. One more breath. All right, stepping back to warrior two and just pause for a moment. Warrior two, sink left knee over left heel. Sink in, deep inhale. Good, exhale, hands come down. Stepping left foot back. Good, your optional vinyasa. Good, exhale, downward dog. Inhale, reaching right foot up. Exhale, knee to nose, shifting the weight forward. Pause, foot toward buttock, knee to nose. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to nose, placing right foot through, left heel down. Warrior two. Again, lining up, right heel, left instep. Hands reach up, reach forward, and come on back into reverse warrior. There's a tendency to shift the weight off of the right foot, and as a consequence, you're not sinking as deep into the stretch. So working at bringing the right knee over the right heel, reach out through the right fingertips and breathe into the right side body. You may never have another moment like this one again, which could be a blessing for some of you if you'd hate this pose. We embrace it, right? Inhale, back up to warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Triangle pose, right hand reaches forward and down. Onto the shin, onto the foot. You can always step your left foot forward slightly. Take a deep breath into your belly area. And with the next exhale, pull your left hip back and the right hip sit bone rotates underneath. By doing that, you start to feel a stretch through the left lower back. All right, left hand on left hip, half moon. Ardha Chandrasana, shift the weight forward into the right leg. Right hand comes down about 12 inches in front of the right foot. Left hand reaches up to the sky. Letting go of the floor here. All right, stepping back to warrior two. Inhaling. Good, exhale, hands come down. Step the right foot back. Vinyasa. All right, downward dog. All right. Walk the hands back toward the feet and just come into a squat position here. I've been taught too many arm balances. It's just tough to teach them virtually. But a crow's a really simple one, kind of a beginner intermediate arm balance. So let's play with that today if you're up for it. You can hang out and squat, just do what you're doing there now if you don't want to. We'll spend about a minute on this. Hands come down in front of the feet. Good. Lift up out of your haunches, have your squat, and then bring the knees on triceps and begin to lean forward. You gotta look forward with this one. Good. Play with a few moments in crow. Good. A key component is looking forward to come to this pose and not trying to lift the feet up, but just leaning far enough forward slowly so the feet automatically come up. All right, then nice job, Karen. Jump or step back and move through your vinyasa. Good, downward dog. Inhale, reaching left foot up. Exhale, shin toward hands for pigeon on the left side. Yay, pigeon. So left knee is just behind the left wrist. Walking the right foot back, start to create more of a stretch through the left hip. Staying upright as needed. Or you can come onto your back if your knee hurts, or if it feels all right, come forward into a forward fold pigeon. How's your breath here? How are you embracing this moment? Are you distracted? Are you thinking about what you're having for dinner? Or can you embrace this moment by breathing, feeling, noticing, really, in some ways, giving this moment a hug? Sounds kind of cheesy, but so true. All right, walk the hands back toward the left shin. Turn your back toes under, come on back in a downward dog. Pedal legs out there for a moment. And then inhale, reaching right foot up. Exhale, shin toward hands. Pigeon on the right side. And coming forward. Three more feeling breaths. You need to stay present for just 3 breaths during this pose. All right, come on up. Step the right foot back of the mat. Pedal legs out there. And then come onto your knees and bring your legs out in front of you. Paschimottanasana. Some of you are working through tight hamstrings. You might need to use a prop underneath your buttocks here. Good. just want to show you something. Place your hands behind your buttocks, just outside your hips. This is called Dandasana. If I remember correctly, it's been a while. And it's actually a prelude to Paschimottanasana. So just lifting the chest up and staying here if you want, or begin to come forward into Paschimottanasana. Use your breath. All right, inhale, come on back up. Come all the way onto your back. Short and sweet, lying down, spinal twist. Bring the knees in the chest. Let the knees release over toward the left. Reach the right leg, right arm away from your left hand on right thigh, knee. A couple breaths here. Inhale. Come on back up. Shift your hips over to the left first. Bring the knees in the chest. Let the knees over to the right. Left arm reaches away. Inhale. Come on back up to neutral. Happy baby. Finish up. The knees come along to the torso. Reach up with the hands. Grab onto ankles, feet. You can always grab onto the back of the thighs and knees here. When you're ready, final resting pose. Shavasana. Nice work. Mm. All right. Start to bring conscious breath into the body. Moving the fingers, the toes, hands, feet, ankles, and wrist. And reach the hands above the head. Come into a deep stretch, inhaling. And exhaling. Bring the knees and chest. Roll over onto the right side. And then push yourself up into a seated position, keeping the eyes closed just for a moment longer. Then bring the hands in prayer in front of the heart. As we don't know where life is going to take us, right? It's always important to embrace every moment that we have, right? For sure, I thought I'd be in Joshua Tree right now, setting up camp, having a beer with some of the helpers, hanging out, getting ready for students to come tomorrow. And sharing this quote by Louis Erdrich to finish up the practice today. Life will break you. Nobody can protect you from that. And living alone won't either, for solitude will also break you with its yearnings. You have to love, you have to feel. It is the reason you are here on earth. You are here to risk your heart. You are here to be swallowed up. And when it happens that you are broken or betrayed or left or hurt or death brushes near, let yourself sit by an apple tree and listen to the apples falling all around you in heaps, wasting their sweetness. Tell yourself that you tasted as many as you could. Take a deep breath up and just let that feed your heart. And then bowing forward with love, with gratitude. May our practice provide us healing, and may we reflect that healing out into the world to help create more peace. Namaste.